Facts Verse presents Drone captures what no one was supposed to see. Before we get into this video, help us spread the word about Facts Verse by clicking that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Years ago, drones were used only by the military. Today, though, anybody can buy one. They're used by retailers, hospitals, law enforcement, they're used at sporting events, kids and adults use drones in their neighborhoods, parks, and anywhere they want to capture a view from above or just want to have some fun driving it. This has made it possible for people to capture some pretty amazing photos, too. A drone was flying off the coast of Southern California recently, and Mark Romanov and Forrest Gallant, they were flying this drone as part of a documentary about great white sharks. The drone caught an amazing view of two paddleboarders, Jessica and Kelly, with 5 great white sharks swimming around them. The women were more amazed than scared. They didn't realize the amount of adrenaline they had until they left the water. This is a bird's-eye view of a field in Edinburgh, Scotland. The statue was created by convicted murderer and former gangster Jimmy Boyle while he was serving time in Barlinnie Prison in Glasgow. Over time, the statue fell into disrepair, and the local government wanted to move it to make room for a flood prevention system. Fortunately, this photo will always exist to help us remember what it used to look like. There are over 1.4 billion people living in China, and as you would expect with this number of people, the traffic there is horrible. This is a drone image of the worst traffic jam ever recorded. It's a 50-lane highway near the border with Hong Kong and Beijing, which is called the Macau Expressway. The traffic jam occurred during the week-long Chinese national holiday called Golden Week. It lasted 12 days, and motorists moved less than a mile each day. A drone was flying over Panama City Beach, Florida, and at the time a fisherman had a hammerhead shark on his line. The footage showed him struggling to reel in the fish even though they weren't targeting the sharks on that day. Eventually, the fisherman won and got the shark up onto the boat. The Silverdome, it was once home to the Detroit Lions football team. It hosted a Super Bowl, the Pope, NBA Finals, and Elvis Presley in concert. After the team moved to Ford Field in 2002, the Silverdome was left empty. It was purchased in 2009 to be used as a soccer stadium, but that never happened. And today, it is an empty skeleton that looks eerie and haunted. Six Flags of New Orleans was abandoned in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina struck that in August. Since then, plans have been made to redevelop the park, but nothing has ever been done. Today, the park still remains abandoned. It's patrolled 24 hours a day to keep people out, though. Here's a bird's-eye view of this abandoned theme park. This is an amazing shot of Mont Saint-Michel in France's Normandy region. This place attracts 3 million visitors every year, and in ancient times it was the seat of the monastery. During low tide, it was wide open. During high tide, it was defended against invaders in the 8th century. The Boneyard is located in Tucson, Arizona. It's where fighter jets go to die. Due to the low humidity in the area, it's the perfect storage place because the metal on the jets won't corrode there. There are over 4,000 aircraft in the Boneyard, and the parts are worth over $500 million. This photo is a very rare view of the Boneyard. This is a fantastic drone view of all the high-rises in Hong Kong. Hong Kong has the largest number of skyscrapers in the world. With so many people living in Hong Kong, these high-rises are essential for people to live. With all these buildings in the area, it's shocking that there are still housing shortages in Hong Kong. This is a church in Umbria, Italy. It's the Basilica of St. Francis, and it can only be seen by drone. It was built in 1228 and consists of 2 churches. This is a fantastic view of the largest known bird nest in the world. This photo was taken by a photographer using a drone in the Kalahari Desert. This social weaver bird nest can house hundreds of birds, and the nests often remain intact for hundreds of years. This is certainly a strange sight to see on a hillside in northern Italy. You never expect to see a giant bunny just laying there. This giant rabbit was 200 feet long, 20 feet high. The people who created this rabbit installation expected it to remain intact until about 2025, but by the year 2016 it had completely decomposed. Fortunately, we still have the photos. Scarecrows aren't all that strange in a cornfield, but a scarecrow dressed as a clown? That's a bit disturbing. This is especially true after that great clown scare in 2016. Before the invention of drones, you could not get a view of Rio de Janeiro's Christ the Redeemer statue without a helicopter. The statue took 9 years to complete, and it's 124.7 feet high. It is the third largest statue of Christ in the world. After Tropical Storm Agatha hit Guatemala City in 2010, a massive sinkhole opened up and swallowed up a 3-story factory. It covered an area that was 65 feet in diameter and 300 feet deep. It's an amazing photo of the devastation. This giant 10-foot crocodile was spotted by a drone off the coast of a beach resort on Phuket Island in Thailand. These crocodiles are extremely dangerous to humans. It's believed that this crocodile escaped from a nearby crocodile farm. The idea of putting a crocodile farm so close to a beach, that just sounds insane. Hurricane Harvey wreaked havoc on Houston, Texas. Here is drone footage taken over the metropolitan area, which shows how damaging the hurricane truly was. It was one of the most damaging and costly hurricanes in United States history, causing $125 billion worth of damage. Whale watching is a very common pastime. The people on this boat in Mexico really got lucky when a gray whale swam right up to the boat. Some people on the boat were terrified, but others enjoyed the moment. The fact that it was caught on drone footage is incredible. This is the Kraken Hole, also known as the Glory Hole. It's located in a California reservoir, and it's a man-made artificial spillway. Subscribe for more!